Hey buddy, imagine standing on the edge of the world, with an ocean so vast it looks endless, and knowing that on the other side lies the fate of everything you love. This is not just a leap across the sea. This is the moment the universe holds its breath as Hanuman prepares to fly. High atop Mahendra mountain, Hanuman stands still, listening to the words of the wise Jambavan. With those words, something ancient awakens inside him. Strength he had forgotten. Power he had never needed, until now. This mission is not ordinary. Somewhere beyond that roaring ocean, Sita is waiting, and Ram's hope rests on one soul alone. Hanuman looks at the sea, vast, relentless, unforgiving, and yet his heart does not tremble. He bows to the sun, to the gods, to the 5 elements, and finally to his father, Vayu, the wind itself. Then something extraordinary happens. His body expands, growing massive, mountain-like, as if the earth itself is lending him its strength. When he presses his foot into Mahendra mountain, the entire peak shudders. Trees shake, flowers rain down, rivers burst forth. Even the sages living there think the mountain is breaking apart. And then Hanuman leaps. The mountain explodes backward as he launches into the sky. Birds follow him like soldiers escorting their king. Flowers and leaves trail behind him like falling stars. From a distance, he looks like a storm cloud streaked with lightning, a blazing meteor racing southward. Below him, the ocean churns. Waves rise as if trying to touch his feet. Sea creatures scatter in fear. His shadow stretches across the water like a flying island. The gods themselves watch in awe. Flowers fall from the heavens. The sun softens his heat, and Vayu, his father, gently carries him forward, whispering support with every gust. But this journey is not without tests. From the ocean rises Mount Menaka, glowing with jewels, offering rest. A kind offer, a tempting pause. Hanuman smiles, bows respectfully, and refuses. I promised Ram I would not stop. And with that he flies on, focus unbroken. Then comes Surasa, the terrifying mother of serpents, blocking the sky itself. Enter my mouth, she commands. Hanuman does not fight. He does not flee. He thinks, growing larger, then smaller, shrinking to the size of a thumb, darting through her mouth in an instant. Promise fulfilled. Test passed. Even Surasa bows and blesses him. But danger turns deadly when Simika, the shadow catcher, grabs his shadow and drags him down. For a moment, even Hanuman is slowed. Then, decisive action. He allows himself to be swallowed, and from within, tears the demon apart. The sky erupts in praise. Courage, intelligence, fearlessness, proven again. And then, land. Lanka rises from the sea like a golden dream. Hanuman shrinks his form and lands quietly, studying the island with sharp, careful eyes. The city is rich, powerful, and heavily guarded. War now would mean failure. He knows his true mission: find Sita. Nothing else matters. As night falls, Hanuman slips into Lanka unseen. The city glows with wealth and arrogance. Music fills the air. Laughter echoes through marble halls. And yet, something feels wrong. Amid all this luxury, where is Sita? At the gate, the guardian Lankini attacks him. One blow, one restrained strike in return. She falls, not dead, but transformed. A curse broken, a prophecy fulfilled. You are the one, she says. Enter, Lanka's end has begun. Inside, Hanuman searches tirelessly. Palaces, chambers, gardens, Ravana's own inner sanctum. He sees wealth beyond imagination, beauty beyond words. Even Ravana himself, sleeping like a conqueror surrounded by luxury. Several wives shared his bed, But nearby, in a special elevated place, Hanuman spotted the most beautiful lady he had yet seen, sleeping with grace amidst grandeur. For a moment, Hanuman thinks he has found Sita. His heart leaps. Then, reason steps in. No, he realizes, Sita would never live like this. She would never sleep in peace without Ram. The realization strikes like lightning. He was close, but not close enough. Hour after hour, the search continues, and slowly, doubt creeps in. What if she is gone? What if he has failed? The weight becomes unbearable. Hanuman imagines Ram's grief, Lakshman's sorrow, the fall of an entire dynasty, the end of everything. For a moment, even the mighty Hanuman considers giving up his life. Then, he stops. No, he says to himself. Despair solves nothing. Only effort does. He prays, not for power, but for clarity, for courage, for strength to continue. And as he lifts his eyes, he sees it. A garden, Ashokavana. Hope returns like a spark in darkness. Hanuman steadies his breath and moves forward, careful, alert, ready for whatever awaits him. Because this is not the end of the story. This is the moment just before destiny reveals itself. And as Hanuman steps toward Ashokavana, one truth echoes through time. When devotion walks with courage and intelligence guides strength, even the impossible must yield. Hanuman moves silently into Ashokavana, the sacred garden hidden within the demon city. Towering trees block the moonlight. Creepers hang like curtains. The air is heavy, not with celebration but with sorrow. This place feels different. Here, joy does not live. Hanuman slows his breath. Every step is careful, every sound measured. Demons patrol the garden, fierce and alert, armed with spears and cruel laughter. He climbs a tall tree and hides among the leaves, becoming still, becoming invisible. And then, he sees her. Beneath a flowering tree, on bare ground, sits a woman wrapped in a single worn cloth. Her body is thin, her hair unadorned, her eyes lowered, filled with silent pain. Around her stand demonesses, mocking, threatening, laughing cruelly. Hanuman's heart stops. This is her. There is no doubt now, this is Sita. She does not look like a queen. She looks like faith itself, wounded, tested, but unbroken. She sits like a flame surrounded by darkness, refusing to be extinguished. Ravana arrives. The air itself seems to recoil. He speaks with arrogance, with desire, with threats disguised as promises. He offers her power, comfort, queenship. Sita does not even look at him. Her silence is sharper than any weapon. When she finally speaks, her words burn. I belong to Ram. Ravana's rage erupts. He threatens her with death, gives her time, one final chance. And then he leaves. The demonesses close in again, terrifying her with visions of torture and death. Sita trembles, not from fear for herself, but from agony. Ram, where are you? She whispers. Up in the tree, Hanuman's fists clench. His eyes fill with tears. This is the moment he crossed the ocean for. This is the moment the universe prepared him for. But he does not rush. This is where everything changes. Hanuman knows that one wrong move could frighten her. One careless word could shatter her trust. So he does the only thing that can reach her heart. He speaks of Ram. Softly, gently, he sings. From the branches above, a voice floats down through the leaves, carrying Ram's name, his virtues, his love, his pain. Sita freezes. Her heart races. No demon speaks like this. No enemy knows Ram like this. She looks up. Hanuman slowly reveals himself, not as a giant, not as a warrior, but as a humble messenger. He bows, his voice trembles with devotion. I am Hanuman, servant of Ram. Hope floods her face like sunrise after a long night. Tears stream down her eyes, not of sorrow, but of relief. For the first time since her abduction, she knows she is not alone. Hanuman gives her Ram's ring, the proof she needed. She holds it to her heart. And in that moment, Ashokavana is no longer a prison. It becomes sacred ground. Hanuman speaks of Ram's unwavering love, of Lakshman's loyalty, of the army waiting across the sea. Sita listens, drinking in every word like life itself. She gives Hanuman her jewel, a token for Ram. Tell him I live only for him, she says. Tell him my faith has not wavered. Tell him to come soon. Hanuman bows again. Mission accomplished. But the story does not end quietly. Before leaving, Hanuman looks at Lanka, at its arrogance, at its cruelty, at its false glory, and he makes a choice, not out of anger but strategy. He lets himself be seen. He destroys gardens, crushes towers, slays warriors sent to capture him. Finally, he allows himself to be bound and taken to Ravana's court. Even in chains, Hanuman stands fearless. Ravana orders his tail set on fire. What Ravana does not know is that fire obeys Hanuman. As flames rise, Hanuman escapes his bonds and leaps across rooftops, setting Lanka ablaze, not with hatred, but with warning. The city that mocked Dharma now burns under its weight. When the fire fades, Hanuman bows once more to Sita from afar and leaps back across the ocean. This time, the sea feels smaller. When Hanuman reaches Ram and places Sita's jewel in his hand, Ram's eyes fill with tears. Hope becomes certainty. Love becomes action. The war to end evil has begun. And that is why Sundarakand is not just a chapter of the Ramayan. It is the story of what one devoted soul can do. When courage is guided by wisdom, when strength is ruled by humility, and when faith refuses to surrender. Because when Hanuman leapt across the ocean, he did not just cross distance, he crossed destiny. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman.